Hi students, this is Viswanath, chemistry teacher for NEET and IIT exams. In previous class, we have completed 28 questions regarding to IIT mains exam March 16th morning session. Now see the remaining two questions. For a reaction, A gives rise to B. Concentration of A at equilibrium is 22 molar and delta Z naught equal to 4.198 kilojoule per mole at 495 Kelvin. Then find equilibrium concentration of B. Okay, students, this question is related to Gibbs free energy, change in Gibbs energy of the reaction, thermodynamics chapter. For this, suitable equation is delta G naught equal to minus 2.303. Delta G naught equal to minus 2.303 RT into log K. Here K means equilibrium constant. So we can write delta G naught equal to minus 2.303 RT into log of concentration of the products divided by concentration of the reactants. Here product is B, reactant is A. So same thing we substituted here. Now substitute the value of delta G naught R and T. Delta G naught is this one, 4.198 kilojoule. Convert that value into joules. 4.198 into 1000 joules, that equal to 2.303 into R value 8.314 joules into Kelvin temperature 495 into log of concentration of B divided by concentration of A. Now minus 4.198 into 1000 divided by 2.303 into 8.314 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse into 495, that equal to this one. Now by doing calculation we can get minus 0.443 equal to log of concentration of B divided by concentration of A. 0.443 equal to log of concentration of A divided by concentration of B. Because left side minus is there, if we bring this minus to right hand side and then change these numerator and denominator, we can get this one. Now from this 0.443 means it is given in the question log 2.77. In place of this we can substitute this one. Then log 2.77 equal to log of concentration of A divided by concentration of B. Now by removing log we can get 2.77 equal to concentration of A by concentration of B, that equal to concentration of B equal to concentration of A divided by 2.77. At equilibrium, concentration of A is given in the question. How much? 22 molar. Substitute that value. 22 divided by 2.77. That implies concentration of B equal to 7.94 molar. So at equilibrium concentration of B is 7.94 molar. This is the answer for this. See the last question in this paper. If 750 grams of an organic compound undergoes combustion process, then 420 grams of CO2 and 210 grams of H2O are released. If percentage of carbon is 15.3%, then find out percentage of hydrogen. Okay students, this question is related to quantitative analysis of elements present in the given organic compound. So This question is based on Liebig's method. See here. Liebig's method for estimation of Liebig's method is used for estimation of carbon and hydrogen percentage. Here we need to calculate hydrogen percentage. Then percentage of hydrogen equal to, formula is 2 by 18 into mass of H2O divided by mass of the compound into 100. 2 by 18 into mass of H2O. In the given question, how much weight of H2O is released? 210 grams. So 210 divided by mass of the compound 750. 750 into 100, that equal to 3.11. So percentage of hydrogen is 3.11. Okay students, with this March 16th morning shift IIT JEE paper completed successfully. Go to the next question paper. Say this, IIT JEE main exam, Main 2021 exam held on 16th March afternoon session. So now afternoon session 16th March paper. First question, which of the following is incorrect statement about C60? So C60 is a allotropic form of carbon. In this 5-membered rings and 6-membered rings are fused together. So incorrect statement we should find out. Related to this, actually in C60 6-membered rings are 6-membered rings, 20 5-membered rings, 5-membered rings, 12. So in C60, Buckminster fullerene, in these 6-membered rings, 20 rings are there, 5-membered rings, 12. So each carbon atom undergoes sp2 hybridization in this. That means each carbon can form 3 sigma bonds. Then what is the wrong answer? Option C is the wrong answer. This is incorrect statement. Remaining all the options are correct. A, B, D are correct related to C60. Next, by using following ionization energy values, identify elements X and Y. First ionization and second ionization values are given in kilojoule per mole. Element X, ionization potential value is less, but second one very high. First one 495, IE2 4000. So valency electron is present in unpaired condition. That's why less ionization energy is enough to remove that electron. But for second ionization energy, completely filled configuration is there. So very high amount of energy is required for its ionization. That means this element may be alkali metal. Alkali metal means in the given option, what is that? Sodium. So X is sodium, because the sodium configuration, what is that? 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 6, 3s1. It can be removed with less amount of energy, but from this we need more energy is required to remove electron from this. Next, Y is, say this here, first ionization energy is more compared to this one and second one is less. These energies indicate alkaline earth metal. That means from the options alkaline earth metal, magnesium configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. So this one also completely filled configuration. That's why IE1 is more for this element than X. After removing one electron, remaining configuration 3s1. So from 3s1 we can remove electron with less amount of energy. That's why compared to this is less. Then what is the suitable option? Option A is the answer. Next, what is the correct increasing order of magnetic moment spin only of following compounds? 3 compounds are given. We should arrange them in the increasing magnetic moment order. Say this: gadolinium NO3 thrice, europium, EU means europium, NO3 thrice, NH4 twice, CeNO3 6 times. GD means gadolinium, europium, cerium. Already we know that cerium is the starting element in lanthanides. Cerium to lutetium. So cerium atomic number 58. Say this: cerium 58. So F block element, it is the starting element of F block series. F block series, so configuration is 4F1, 5D1, 6S2. In this compound, find the oxidation state of cerium, NO3 minus. How many? 6. So negative charge is minus 6, NH4 plus. Then plus 2 minus 6. Oxidation state of cerium is plus 4. Understand carefully. NH4 plus, positive charge plus 2, negative charge minus 6. So oxidation state of cerium plus 4. Plus 4 means all the electrons are removed. Then configuration 4F0. Number of unpaired electrons N equal to 0. Next, europium. Europium atomic number 63. Configuration 63 configuration 4F7, 5D0, 6S2. In this europium oxidation state plus 3. NO nitrate ion minus 1 charge, 3 ions are there. Total negative charge minus 3. Oxidation state of europium plus 3. So europium 3 plus. Then what is the configuration? 4F6. Number of unpaired electrons 6. Come to the gadolinium nitrate, this one, GdNO3 minus. Here also same thing. Nitrate ion NO3 minus. Total negative charge minus 3. Gadolinium oxidation state plus 3. Say this: gadolinium plus 3 means gadolinium oxidation number, atomic number 64. Configuration 4F7, 5D1, 6S2. In the given compound, oxidation state plus 3. So configuration 4F7. Number of unpaired electrons 7. Already we know that an ion having more number of unpaired electrons, magnetic moment is more. Then what is the correct option? Cerium less than europium ion 3 plus, Ce 4 plus less than Eu 3 plus less than gadolinium 3 plus. This is the order. Then what is the suitable option? Option A is the suitable one. This is the answer for this. Next question, say this: ion exists as FeX2 and FeY3 form. Then X and Y can be. Say this: here FeY3 is not stable because in place of Y, if you take iodine, then compound is FeI3. This FeI3 is not stable because in this, what are the ions? Fe3 plus 3I minus. Now this I minus can reduce Fe3 plus ion to Fe2 plus. What is the reaction? 2Fe3 plus 2I minus gives rise to 2Fe2 plus I2. So in this way, X may be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, but Y is fluorine, chlorine, bromine. Iodine is not possible. If we take iodine in place of Y, this type of reduction reaction takes place. So option D is the answer for this. Next, which of the following oxide cannot be reduced by coke? Al2O3 is the answer. Remaining ZNO, CuO, Fe2O3, all these oxides we can reduce by using coke. But Al2O3 cannot be reduced. It can be reduced by electrolytic method. Only by electrolysis method we can reduce this oxide. In the same way, alkali and alkaline earth metal oxides also we can reduce by using electrolytic method. So here option A is the answer.